Hi there. We're live, 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, and this is Sandra Longmore, and I'm here once again bringing you some uplifting, great information for personal development and self-help. If you wanna, and I know you wanna, do you wanna, I know you wanna find out more about me, and you can do that through sandralongmore.com. Everything is under my name, sandralongmore.com. And today's program is The Secret. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. That dry cough is going around. Anyway, hope that didn't blow your eardrums. But sometimes you got to clear out things before you find out about the secret. And that's what I just did. So the secret is, why do you feel, why do I feel, why does anybody feel negative sometimes and positive other times? Well, today's broadcast is so powerful for finding out one of those most hidden and undiscovered secrets that most people, they just don't have a clue. They don't have the slightest idea about what is making up their current reality. So this secret is your map to getting more of what you want every single day. Isn't that worth listening to? You bet it is. Now, last week, I'm going to go over just a few of the key learnings. Last week was broadcast number 022, which you can find on my internet site, sandralongmore.com, or on YouTube. So last week's broadcast was about finding your own personal value, no matter what age you are. You know, you really are a unique living being, and you are living a unique life that's not like anybody else's on the planet. And life is just too full of things to love and to embrace and to kiss and just absorb, to waste time. And especially if you're on the other end of the yardstick, you know, like it's more than halfway before you're going to find out what other yardstick waits you. You don't have time to fool around with all this. You need to just get right on it today, because life is just too full to not find something, absolutely something, to laugh about or smile about. So last week you learned, and you know, you can still learn it this week, because we're always a constant learner, always learning and learning and learning. You learn that you can make this the best summer ever. And it's, well, that's kind of untrue, because you really do have many, many summers coming up. And so this is just one summer that you have to make it the best ever. And why not? Why not do it? Because every day you get older and wiser, and by making good choices, you're going to be living all your lives, and all your life with a good feeling. And that is so well worthwhile. That alone. I think really the true purpose of life is joy. So those good feelings, those tweaks and ways that you adjust your life, is going to help you every single day. It'll help you jump out of bed in the morning, or at least get out of the bed with some kind of pep. And then when you do that, one little tool here is to go in and look yourself right square in the mirror and say, hey, I love you. I really, really do love you. And maybe you're still not convinced how to do this successfully, because it's kind of an unknown, and you say, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen the next day or whatever. But because it's unknown, it's a discovery. So put on your discovery cap and get that feeling of expectations and having something to discover, something new to create, something new to build, or something new. You know, the most important value and common denominator here is to do things with this one thing. The one thing, and that is the great healer, the great bringer of fantastical things. And that one thing is the emotion of happiness. Sounds too good to be true? Well, simple but very, very true. Now today I got a secret for you. I got a secret about what's going to really improve your life. Now, before I go to that secret, I wanted to also tell you where I'm at. I'm in my classroom here. I am an art teacher part of the time as well as an entrepreneur and bringing, and I'm also a life coach and trainer of Law of Attraction. But first thing I wanted to show you is this. And this is a duck. Well, you might say, what's that duck got to do with today's broadcast? Well, I just wanted to go, it's kind of a little info commercial. Our school today is having a ceremony about the winners of the duck stamp contest. And this was one of my students who put together this beautiful work of art. Isn't that awesome? She is 10 years old. Yeah, 10 years old, that's all. And she did that duck. It's a mallard. So wish us a nice sunny day. I know it's not going to be sunny because it's overcast already, but we're more than happy if it just doesn't rain, because we rent all these chairs and we rent tables, and we're all excited about giving these awards to the duck stamp contest winners. What about your reward today? What about you? So today your reward is going to be a secret. The secret, and the secret is for improving your life. And this secret's going to help you understand your life better. And it's going to be a secret that helps you understand others and events that used to puzzle you. So the secret is how your energy and the energy of others combined to create a perspective that, when put together with focus and awareness, creates the reality you are currently living. Pretty spectacular, huh? Now, this last weekend, I went to 2 events that gave me this big aha about my life and how important it is for all of us, for you, to align with the energy of vibration. Now, as a refresher, vibration is part of a smaller word. Vibration is part of a smaller word, and that smaller word is vibe. And vibe means that whatever you're thinking and feeling or focusing on, you get more of the same. And there's no exception to this. This is a universal law of the universe. Whatever you're focusing on and you're putting energy on, you're going to get more of it. So an example of different vibrational frequencies were these 2 events. It seems like my life now revolves around materials that I get to bring to you every week, and as practical information that happens to me and others I know, and then putting it into kind of a content here so that I can share these things with you, my wonderful viewer. So those 2 events that I went to was a funeral and a high school graduation. Well, when I found the address to where I was supposed to go for the funeral, there was a sign that said, wedding, a wedding of Eric and Evelyn. I was so puzzled because that was the right address, and there wasn't anything else around, so I just went ahead and pulled into the address and discovered it was an American Legion building, and there were about 75 cars all around, all parked all around. And when I went in and I entered around where the patio was, there were a lot of people there sitting and gathering and talking, and they were talking really loud and happily, kind of like a wedding, much like a wedding, not a funeral. So I tapped somebody and I said, hey, can you tell me if this is a wedding? And the woman says, oh, no, this is a funeral. It's a funeral for Claudia. And I said, well, I'm in the right place. I was Claudia's high school friend. And she says, well, we're celebrating the life of Claudia. And that funeral felt like a celebration. It really did, a wedding. And I wanted to find out why. Because, I'm an energy master and I'm like a detective about these things. So I want to find out why everybody is so happy in this very unfuneral-like event. Now, the event felt like the emotion of one, but it was a funeral. So, that didn't usually match up with the emotions of funerals. And so as I took in the atmosphere of the celebration of Claudia, the funeral, and I ate the food there, and I talked to some old friends that I went to high school with, and I heard them people got up in front and they started talking about Claudia's life. And she had really influenced a lot of people. And always it was with a sense of humor. Claudia had a great sense of humor and compassion and fun. She had fun. She felt fun about life. And she did have a very wonderful life. And she's going to be missed by all of us. And yet there wasn't a feeling of sadness. So I pondered that. I went, that's really different. That vibration of happiness and fun and fulfillment at a funeral. And then the next day came. The next day was Sunday, and I went to a high school graduation of one of my high school students. Her name is Maisha. And Maisha had invited me to on Facebook and had indicated there were only 14 people who were invited. Now, I assumed this to be a small event at the DoubleTree. And I was amazed as I entered the DoubleTree and was pointed, go down there to the direction of the conference room, because there were over 200 people there, and they were all dressed in these beautiful colored saris, just every kind of decoration and needlework you can imagine. And the vibe of the event there was again a one. So here I'm thinking this over. The funeral was a one, and this high school graduation is a one. So how can be the funeral and the graduation be of the same vibration? And how is that going to help me anyway, or my viewers next week? So what difference anyway did it make anyway? I was thinking all these things. And I know, and it's really good for you to know that whatever number on the vibrational scale, like number 1 is the vibrations like joy, happiness, and freedom, or lower vibrations, which are regret, guilt, fear, depression, they are yours. They're your vibration, no matter what the event is that you are attending. So another thing you need to know that will be helpful is that all emotions are good. The ones from joy to depression are all good because they're a guidance system that's going to help you go in a better direction to your next most evolved step. That's the way the universe works. Your source, the highest part of you, the most expanded part of you, always has your back and is always guiding you. So I took all this information in, and with my energy mastery training and with my life coaching training, and I started to talk with the guests in both events. You know, I heard a common theme there too, is that I heard there was a lot of shifting going on. So if you were at the funeral or if you were at the graduation, people were saying things of luck in their life, like, oh, these kids today, they really have it all, and I am so busy with my job and with everything. I really want to take a painting class or a creative class of some kind, but I just don't have any time. I don't have a life. And then I would hear the same thing at the funeral. The funeral was, well, I just can't catch up with this technology and all this stuff, and the world is just not the same. And it was, the vibration kept going. But here we are at both those events at an emotional vibration of 1, as I felt. And yet the people there, as they were talking, were bringing the vibration down into their current perspective, their current level of perspective. So it's always you. It's always you doing it. And so I thought, wow, these people don't have the slightest clue what the secret is here. They don't have the slightest clue that if they work with their energy, they can have everything they want. Time, money, happiness. And they can adjust their certain circumstances. They just have to figure out how to fly with the current vibration that they're giving, or learn how to shift their vibration higher. And that's the secret of energy shifting. Number one, being aware of what the energy is, and the secret of feeling all the emotions connected to the event or when you're talking to people, but always knowing that your current vibration is always leading you to a part that is more balanced and happy. Now, why isn't this secret more widely known? And how do I know about it anyway? Well, I kind of gave you some clues already, but the secret of energy shifting is not known. But I do know about it because I have seen how essential knowing how to master energy shifting is to live a life full of good things. And this knowledge of knowing how to shift energy has helped me in my teaching practice and in my life coaching and with my clients. And in my coaching practice, I want to act as a catalyst for my clients to change their life circumstances to more of what they do want and less of what they don't want. So knowing how to deliberately direct your energies makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference between whether you're in the winner's circle or stuck in the loser's section. Whether you're wanting to get out of bed in the morning or you're wanting to cover up your head when the sun comes up. So if you find yourself always around people who are happy and full of life and energetic, then you know where your vibration is. But if you also find yourself around people who are in the middle of one problem after another, again, you know where your vibration is. And the secret is that you also can shift that vibration. You can see yourself attracting opportunities and new possibilities, or always being on the side of more disappointing events and unrealized dreams and goals. No fun being there. Yeah. So the secret is learning how to deliberately create your life and overcome problems and struggles. That's the secret. Now this knowledge of doing just this thing is a passion for me. Ever since I learned that you don't have to live under the circumstances you're currently living in or be a victim of your own life story, I've been really excited about the information of energy shifting. And you can change everything, absolutely everything in your life by becoming a deliberate creator. Now, the path of self-development and personal development has led me to become certified in the law of attraction. And that's a universal law, one of the most powerful laws of the universe. I also pursued energy mastery and took a whole year course and have become certified in that, and life coaching. So you're going to benefit. You're going to benefit from knowing more about how your thoughts work and how you create the emotions that you're surrounded by and you're currently living. And when you learn this information and have fun with it, you're going to find yourself smiling more. You're going to find yourself just laughing more. And you're going to find yourself in the right place at the right time for great opportunities. You're going to find appreciating all of life. You're going to find yourself so grateful for who you are and who others are. And you're going to be so wide open to possibilities. And most of all, You're going to know your purpose, and you're going to know when you're aligned with your purpose and when you aren't. So it's really a great way to live. So now I'm going to recap what The Secret is all about and why I'm sharing it with you. Now, in this broadcast so far, I told you about a secret that's going to help you understand your life and the lives of others better. It's a secret that'll help you understand events, whether they're positive or negative in your life. The secret is about having the ability to shape your life the way you want it. And by learning more about how energy works and how your energy and the energy of others create this point of perspective that, put together with focus, awareness, creates the results you're currently living. And you can call this energy by many names. It can be called the universal principles, the law of attraction. Sometimes people call it faith. Sometimes say, oh, it's just in the stars. It's just meant to be. But it's just energy. We're made up of energy, and it's just energy. And you are the shaper, the creator of that energy. It's like you're a sculptor, and you have this clay, and you can create all these things out of it. But the most important secret here is that through practice, I'm going to say it again, through practice and becoming aware of your current vibration, you can change the results you're currently living and greatly, greatly improve your life. So today's broadcast was about how to become a deliberate creator in your own life. Now, I gave you examples of what energy feels like, in those two events, the funeral and the graduation, and how you have the ability to create your point of perspective no matter where you're at and what currently thing you are observing. You can bring it down or you can raise it up. You can just, play with it. It's fun. And you can do this more successfully by becoming aware of what your current point of perspective is. And then when you pinpoint that, when you get it, that pinpoint of emotion, the vibrational emotional, on the emotional chart, you have the upper hand. Yep, you got that upper hand, and you'll be able to shift it, create it, change it to what you desire. Now, I've found that life coaching is one of the most effective ways to get life shifts that improve your life. Through sessions with a life coach, you can pinpoint your auto-repetitive memory patterns and get a shift in perspective that will help you in all areas of your life. So, this is the end of the broadcast for today. I'm going to bring you more great information next week, and I can hardly wait for the week to get going here. This is Saturday afternoon, so more information will be coming to me all during the week, and then I get to bring it to you, and I love doing that. Next week, also, I'm going to have a special guest. I'm going to have Mary Lynn Monroe, the master storyteller, and she's going to be with me here on the program, and she has a story just picked out special for you. So, bye for now. I'll see you next Saturday at 1 o'clock.